So movies like The Blind Side, who a lot of people say, that was a warm, touching movie. That was a good movie. But you got to understand that movie cast black people in a real negative light, and it cast white people as the savior of poor black people. It made us look real bad. It was embarrassing to watch, because the sad thing was that was a true story. That really happened to Michael Moore. He later went on to win the Super Bowl and everything, but that really happened to that man. It was embarrassing to me to see it. Like, damn. Like, we that messed up. But then you got to understand that, we've been put in this situation to where, Michael Orr's stories happen. And his story ain't the only story. His story's way worse than his. But, we've been put in a situation where these kind of things happen, and they understand that these things are going on. And they go on to make movies about it. But then they put it out there to the rest of the world who don't understand what's going on in the hood. They don't understand this whole system and what's going on. So how they see us is the way these movies are portraying us as destructive people. Moms can't take care of us. Drug addicts. We don't want a better life. We don't want a better future. So this is how we are portrayed. So, Sandra Bullock won an Oscar for that movie. But when these movies get nominated for an Oscar, then everybody say, oh, I got to go see that movie now. John got nominated for an Oscar. I got to go check it out. It's probably good. So then you got more people watching it. And movies like Precious. Precious is one of the most embarrassing black movies of all time. It really destroyed the image of the black woman. It was a dagger. It's a black eye to the image of black women when that movie came out. And then it won an Oscar. Monique won the Oscar in that movie for playing that unbelievable role of Precious' mother. Come on. Y'all seen the movie. Y'all seen how bad that was. So imagine how it must make us look to these white people who don't understand what's going on, who don't get it. It just destroys our image. So now, it's an Oscar-winning movie. So it's put out there. It's blew up even more, now that it won an Oscar. But these are the kind of things that is going on within the movie industry. And we got to realize that it is a weapon that is being used against us. Movies are very powerful. Come on, think about it. What is our claim to fame? All we are their entertainment, just like we used to be. We're entertainers. We play basketball. Ooh, we play football. Some of us might play baseball. Or we rapping and singing. That's it. It's entertainment. You're an actor. You're acting. Entertainment for them. What are we doing on a real power economic structure? Nothing. Nothing. We don't have a voice. We have no power. So they can walk right over us because we don't even sit nowhere where we can make a difference. They have all the seats. They have all the power. We are just slaves. Still to this day, slaves. So when we sit up here and we say that we want things to change, but nobody's doing anything to change anything. Everybody's staying the same. When we sit up here and we put on our hoodies and we wear our shirts that say, I can't breathe, and we do all this and that. Meanwhile, we go post a video of two black people fighting. We go post a video of something negative portraying black people in a ignorant, stereotypical role. This is what we're doing. And then we see white people following us. And it's another thing I don't understand, Steve, because black people believe that just because white people doing it, it somehow makes it good because white people doing it too. Because white people rapping, it's okay. Because white people twerking, it's okay. Well, they doing it too. Well, they are in power. This is the setup. So because, we marching and white people marching with us, that's the okie doke. Y'all falling for that. Y'all falling for the okie doke. They want y'all to march because nothing's going to change. It's going to shut y'all right up. They want y'all to march. They want y'all to get upset so they can bash y'all heads in and in some cases kill y'all. So now they got the new NWA movie coming out now that's going to bring up all those old feelings. The whole Rodney King beat and the whole fuck the police thing. It's a setup. They got all these movies coming out now, these racially tensioned movies set at a specific time, perfectly timed to come out around a time when this whole racial tension is going on. You got cops still killing homeless people. You got a lot of stuff going on. They want to bring out something like NWA movie that a lot of black people are going to go see, and it's going to bring up a lot of, emotions. And I'm telling you, black people, first of all, when these cops stop you, understand they're killing niggas. So just lay flat. Go the fuck down. All that fighting and shit, it's going to get you killed. Because as soon as you touch their weapon, they're going to say you try to take it and they're going to kill you. Just chill out. Like, you have no rights. I made the video showing you don't have any rights. So all that shit you're talking about, I got rights and I know the law. No, you don't. You don't know what's going on. If you're in that country, they own your ass. There's nothing you can do about it. Fuck all the shit you saw on TV or you saw in some movie. If you have an ID, a driver's license, a social security card, a birth certificate, and all that, they own your ass. You are U.S. government property. So I want you to recognize and realize that, yes, no matter what, life should be preserved. They shouldn't be killing and murdering nobody at all. I mean, let's keep it real. That's definitely wrong. But you have to understand, what argument do we have when we glorify killing each other? When we glorify being whores and hoes? When we glorify selling our bodies? When we glorify everything that's wrong with the black community, we glorify it every single day. We wear the clothes that say, I'm a killer, I'm a thug, I'm a drug dealer. Our whole walk, everything about us says that we are exactly what the media has been saying we are. And we portray it every day. We put it out there. But then soon as something happens, we say, oh, that's not me. That's not right. That's not us. And it's a setup. The whole thing. It's a setup. It's been designed to murder you, to kill you, to set you up. The whole thing is a setup. So you can't look at these white people and say that, you know, they're racist. We are putting out exactly what they gave us to put out. You can't look at these white people and say, you can't look at them and say that they are wrong for the way that they feel, when we are putting out exactly the vibes that's giving them what they feel. We putting it out there. Because if we had shows like, How I Met Your Mother and The Big Bang Theory and all these other shows that show white people in a positive light, if we had shows like that show black people in a positive light, if we had shows like that show black people being, having warm, touching moments between each other, black man, black woman having a great relationship, raising kids, like what the Cosby Show was, what Family Matters was. We had those shows for a second, they're gone now. So if we had those kind of shows again, and the music reflected it, if we were leaders in business and industry, if we had some kind of economic development going on, in our community, if we owned businesses, if we wasn't putting out fight videos, if we wasn't doing all the crazy stuff we are doing today, then it's nothing that they could say. They would see us in the light we should be shown in as, responsible, positive people. But that's not what we're putting out. So we can't even argue anything to the contrary when we putting this stuff out. I mean, come on. So this is not me. Obviously, I'm not taking a side, but I'm saying pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're putting out, because you get back what you put out. It's just that simple. So you putting out videos of these kids doing all these things and fighting and all this and that, and then what happens? Your kid come home from school suspended because he got into a fight. You getting it right back. They putting out TV shows of good things and smart kids and showing white kids, having skills and doing all kinds of positive things. They putting out, kids into the school district that's already, who already know stuff, who's smart. And guess what they get back? They get back doctors and lawyers. They get back people who running companies. That's what they get back. They've been getting back that for years. What we've been getting back? Convicts, drug dealers. Now, everything that I just shown in this video is common knowledge. I mean, all y'all know this stuff, man. And y'all not stupid. Y'all just as smart as me or even smarter. I mean, y'all understand what I'm saying. I know this resonates with a lot of you, but the problem is most people, they can't look past the fact that I'm not Jay-Z. I'm not Kanye West. I'm not somebody who's famous. So my words mean doo-doo. What I'm saying is nothing. It's who are you? Who is this guy? So what? He's speaking. Who cares? So to the people who actually take the time to watch my videos, thank you. I see every time somebody shares my video. Just another thing I want to say. And thank y'all. I've been watching it be popping up such and such shared my video. I'm like, wow, these people really sharing it. I've watched the views go up in some of the videos, and it's going to be people like y'all who get this message out there. It's going to be people like y'all who's responsible for the revolution. It's not going to be these actors. They sold y'all out already. They sellouts. It's going to be us. It's going to be people like you, people like me who are responsible for the change if such a change occurs. So, I want to thank y'all for taking the time to actually watch this. But one of the things that I think a lot of people are not seeing is where this video is going, where we are going as a people. And I think you got to step back and look at everything that we are seeing. You're seeing black people being killed for nothing. We're being murdered. They're showing us that they're trying to get rid of us. They've been throwing us in jail for years for the smallest things. The whole thing about jail is to get you to go to jail and you take a plea deal. Because if you get locked up for something and you plead, to save some jail time, guess what? You still got a record. And now you really stuck in the system. Your life is over. It's destroyed. You have a felony on your permanent record. You're not going to be able to get no job. So now you are stuck in the system until you can figure out a way to get it off, which is why all these black men are trying to become rappers, because that's the only way out. So the music game, poverty, sucked you in, caused you to be a drug dealer. You got arrested. Now you have that felony on your record. Now you have no choice but to be a rapper, to be the very thing that is responsible for you being in the situation that you are in, to be a hip hop star, because that's the only way you feel like you can make it. Don't want to go to college, ain't finished high school in some cases. You don't want to go work for somebody and, struggled on that and, because you can't get a job in the first place with a felony, but you don't want to do that anyway. You want what you see on TV. You want what you believe is going to get you those girls. So guess what? Since you can't get that job, you got to hustle, which is going to put you right back in prison. Then you're going to come back out and you're going to push more towards your rap career. I mean, the cycle just keep continuing. So you're in your 30s and then, it finally hits you that, I got to get a job. So now it's you the saddest thing in the world. You this 30, 40-year-old, used to have skills, hip hop dude, or used to be running the block, drug dealer, now working at Walmart. Used to be the man. Now you're working at Foot Locker because it hits you when you're 30s or 40s because you got kids running around, child support on your ass. It then hits you that, I got to get real and I got to start working. I mean, don't wait so long. It's not too late, but this is the system. This is the system. This is the white man. This is what we've been calling it. So what is this whole thing? What is going to be the result of all this that I've been showing you in this video? What is the result of all this? So I will end it off with this last little bit. So as I've been saying before, there is something about black people that they know about us that we don't know about ourselves. That's a fact. If there was nothing special about black people, why the hell do they keep digging up our ancient ancestors? Why are the Egyptians being dug up and having experiments done on them and being displayed? Why is the whole world fascinated by ancient Egypt? Why is the world fascinated by our culture? Why is the world making most of their money off of what's in our country, Africa? Why are they exploiting us in sports and entertainment? Why are they copying us? And everything that we do, they copy. You know this. Before us, before we came out and started being entertainers and doing our own thing, what were they? They were Pleasantville in black and white. That's what they were. Pleasantville in black and white is the best way to describe it. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. That's what they were. They were Susie homemaker. Mom stay home and cook and all this and that. Dad go out and work. They were boring ass shit before we came along. Look at them now. We transformed them. We made them who they are. Even as early as the 60s, they wasn't where we are, where we were. We were killing them. We were fun. We were fabulous. And they copy and copy and copy. This is what they've been doing since the beginning, copying. So now you get into a point where they have copied enough to where they don't need us anymore. You got immigrants coming. You got the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans and the Mexicans starting to outnumber us, if not so already. But you have black people who have a legitimate claim to the throne, to what they have, and we can prove this, that we were in America before. So the name of the game is to get rid of them. But understand, they want to get rid of the people who are in poverty. So all of these people in these systems and neighborhoods they created, they want to get rid of you. They want you to go now. All the homeless people got to go. Anybody who is not a house nigga, they want gone. If you're not very educated, they want you gone as a black person. So they're trying to get rid of you. They're wiping us out slowly. And when you look at the system, it's designed to do just that. To kill us off, or to have us working for them in a higher capacity, or to have us in jail for the rest of our life. That's what the system is designed to. And when you calculate this, what's going to happen is when you put everything together, you're going to have the pure black people gone, and you're going to have a mix of black and white or black and something else. So because our black men are killing each other, because our black men are landing in prison, because our black men are not able to trust these black women, and vice versa, we are having so many interracial couples going on in America and around the world, because it's just so much distrust between us. And they have made it so we look at each other as not even being legit. When you see black people, it's like, that shit ain't legit, it ain't real. But for some reason, we look at white and we say, it's legit, it's real. Black people, it's like, we look at each other as we don't even have a worth. We're not worth anything. That's why we can kill each other. Because a black person is looking at another black person in the hood and saying, you from where I'm from. Don't nobody care about us in this neighborhood. So since nobody care about us, ain't nobody gonna care when I kill you. You know, we don't see value in each other. So it's going to eventually lead to our destruction. Black people, we have a claim. We have a claim to America. We have a claim to be in power. And if we ever realize that what we are when we unite is something powerful that scares the hell out of them, we will unite. We will unite. We will take back Africa. Because if we realize what Africa is, how powerful Africa is, that most of their money that they're getting, all the wealth is in Africa, and that's our country. We still own it. They're running it, but we still there. The people just don't know what they have, and they don't have us coming there and trying to wake them up and show them what we can do with a united Africa against the rest of the world. We could be unstoppable. And this is one of the things that Marcus Garvey was talking about, or one of the things he was pushing towards. A united Africa, us together, us having trade and, our own programs and, so much we could have been able to do as a race, but they made us ashamed of Africa. They made black people not even want to be black. They made us look at each other as worthless and, something that's negative. So we don't even like to claim Africa. Look at Raven Simone, I'm not African American, I'm American. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Look at these people who are denouncing their skin tone and changing what they are because they don't understand how powerful and how beautiful black is, how amazing it is. So once you do the research and you start looking at everything, you can see that they want us gone. They want us gone, but they want to assimilate as much from us as they can before they get rid of us. And it's going to be a slow, long process. But if we don't change during this whole process, if we don't get each other out of this system, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. As I said, it is a calculated destruction. And I mean, like I said, you guys are smart. You understand what I'm trying to say in this video. So I don't really have to go too much further than this. But if you add up everything that we are seeing today, if you calculate it, it leads to us being gone. Our destruction at some point in time if we don't wake up. So what's the solution to all of this? How can we fix this? How can we do anything to repair our image? And this is not a hard thing. I don't understand why people think that it's going to be so hard, impossible for us to rise up. And it starts with you. With just one, you already took a major step in making it all the way to this point in the video and watching this video. So that's big. Education is one of the main things we need to do. We need to understand the plan. We need to understand the attack. We need to understand what our enemy is using against us and then take steps to remedy it. Now, one of the major things is we need to Stop standing up for these people who have sold us out. Stop standing up for these hip-hop artists and these movie stars, making them like they're gods, they're black gods, and they somehow, their word matters, and what they say is somehow the authority of all black people. We got to stop that shit, because these people sold you out. They are sellouts. They only care about a check. Seriously, because not one of them have come back to the black community and done anything major. They haven't changed anything. They haven't ran for, a political position to help black people. They haven't ran for no major office seat that's going to really do something to change black people. Now, you got to understand, Tupac wanted to do something like this. This is one of the reasons why he was killed, because he was actually trying to put together, like, we got a Tea Party. He was trying to actually put together a black political party that was going to represent black people. And with his power and influence, he would have succeeded. So it's one of the reasons why they really had to get rid of him. But we don't have these people doing these things. They are selling us out for a check, for money. And then they make these music videos driving in their Bentley saying, nah, I'm shitting on y'all. Look what I got. And you sit up there like, yeah, he's shitting on me. What's wrong with y'all? I got to snap out of that. I know you want it, but there's other ways to get it. And we ain't going to be able to get it as long as these people are oppressing us. So what we got to do is we got to stop being cool. We got to start being truthful and being real with ourselves. Because this whole image of, I'm trying to be cool, I'm trying to be a gangster, I'm trying to be a thug. This image is what's destroying us. This image is what they are using against us. And we are trying so hard to put this image out, and it's destroying us. Ain't that crazy? We have to wake up. And one of the main things we need to do to wake up is get rid of this religion. Get rid of this Christianity, get rid of this Islam. My next video is going to be called, Final Word, Christianity and the Bible Finally Explained. This video is, because I thought I put enough out about Christianity, but now in this video, guarantee you ain't seen nothing like this before. It's going to be over. Anybody who see it won't be a Christian no more. It's going to just really, I ain't gonna say destroy the religion, because there are good things in the Bible, but we just don't know what it is. Everybody is taking it too much literally, and we're not seeing the code. So I'm going to explain. I'm going to show you what the book is, what the Bible is, what the code is. I think I did a number on Islam already. My video I put on Islam should be enough. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to do this one last video on Christianity, and that's going to be it. So definitely watch that video after, when I put it out. So it should be coming out in a week, probably like a week after I put this one out. So, I said a lot in this video, and I want to thank everybody who made it to the end of this video. I don't know whether this is going to be a 2-part video or I'm going to put it all in one. I don't know. But if you made it to the end, I want to thank you for watching the entire video, and thank you for making it to the end. And, take everything that I've said and put out here in this video and draw your own conclusion from it. Don't take my word for it. Don't share this video if you don't get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So you understand what I'm trying to say. So just, draw your own conclusion from this information. We all know that what I'm saying is real. This is what's going on. We can see it. But, do something. Be active. Put the word out. Let people know what's going on. Wake them up. Because we can no longer say, I don't give a fuck. We can't say, I don't care, or oh well, thinking that that's somehow cool or that's going to change our situation. Because what we do is we hurt everybody else who's trying to wake people up and trying to create a better world for black people. When we say, oh well, I don't give a fuck, or so what, we are hurting our future as a people. We are hurting our kids. We are hurting everything that we stand for, everything our ancestors fought for, everything that our people slaved for. When we just say, oh well, I don't give a fuck, who cares? They love when we say that. There's nothing cool about saying that at all. So we can't be sitting back here thinking that some Messiah is going to come save us all, because I've proved that wrong, that whole theory. So we can't be sitting back thinking that this is all part of God's plan. Because the thing is, black people complain so much. They complain all the time. The government this, the system that, the white man this. But yet they are Christians. So ain't this God's will? If it's God's will, why are you complaining? They complain so much about everything. but they're supposed to be Christians. They're supposed to be God's will. God's supposed to have a plan for them. So this is supposed to be a part of God's plan. So what you complaining about? Because deep down inside, you don't believe that shit. You believe it's bullshit. It's wrong. Especially since your Bible tells you to obey government and elected officials. Bible tells you this. Bible tells you to pay taxes. So come on. You don't really believe that deep down. Something in you that's fighting against this whole religion. So in my next video, I'm going to rip that apart and you're going to be free of it. Trust me. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to this video. Subscribe to my channel. You know, like the video, share it. Make sure you subscribe. I'm also on Facebook at /Become Light Beings. So I'm gonna put a link in the description. And again, I want to thank everybody for watching. And you know, like, comment, share, subscribe.